Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt like you weren't living the life you wished for? The wage you earn isn't enough, the taxes are high, and it feels like the government is taking every last penny just for the privilege of living in the country. Despite paying your taxes, it seems like any extra money you save is snatched away. You feel helpless. The rent is high, you can't plan for travel, and every penny you spend needs to be meticulously counted. If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. I felt the same. But here's how I changed my situation. There was a time when my life felt like a never-ending struggle. I was working long hours at a job that barely paid the bills. Every month I watched as a large portion of my paycheck disappeared to taxes and rent. The cost of living was skyrocketing, and it felt like I was stuck in a cycle of financial frustration. I wanted to travel, to experience new things, but even a small trip seemed like an impossible dream. I remember one particular night sitting at my kitchen table, staring at my bank statements and feeling utterly defeated. I knew something had to change, but I didn't know where to start. That's when I decided to take control of my life and finances. And today, I want to share my journey with you, in the hope that it might inspire you to make positive changes in your own life. The first step I took was to educate myself about personal finance. I started reading books, watching videos, and listening to podcasts about managing money. I learned about budgeting, saving, and investing. It was overwhelming at first, but I took it one step at a time. I created a budget that tracked every dollar I earned and spent. This helped me see where my money was going and identify areas where I could cut back. I realized I was spending a lot on things I didn't really need. By making small adjustments, I was able to save a significant amount each month. Next, I focused on increasing my income. I looked for side hustles that I could do in my spare time. I found freelance opportunities online and started taking on small projects. It wasn't easy, and it required a lot of hard work and dedication, but slowly, I began to see results. One of the most impactful decisions I made was to leverage my background and expertise to find a side hustle that not only brought in extra income, but also aligned with my skills and interests. As someone with a PhD in science and a profession as a research analyst, I realized I had a unique set of skills that could open doors to various side hustles. Let me share with you some of the side hustles that I explored and how they helped me on my journey to financial stability. First, I looked into freelance scientific writing and editing. Given my extensive background in research, I was well equipped to help others with their scientific manuscripts, grant proposals, and research papers. I signed up on platforms like Upwork and Fiverr, where I could offer my services to a broad audience. This not only provided a steady stream of income, but also kept me engaged in my field, allowing me to stay updated with the latest research trends. Next, I explored tutoring and teaching. With my deep understanding of science, I began offering online tutoring sessions for students at various levels, from high school to college. Websites like Chegg Tutors and Wizant were great platforms to connect with students in need of help. Additionally, I created and sold online courses on platforms like Udemy and Coursera, where I could share my knowledge on specialized topics within my field. This not only generated passive income, but also allowed me to contribute to the education of others. Consulting was another avenue I pursued. As a research analyst, I had developed strong analytical and problem-solving skills that were in high demand. I offered consulting services to small businesses and startups, helping them design and analyze research projects, develop strategies, and make data-driven decisions. By networking and promoting my services on LinkedIn, I was able to secure several consulting gigs that significantly boosted my income. In addition to these, I also ventured into writing and publishing. I started a blog where I wrote about scientific topics, research methodologies, and career advice for aspiring scientists. This not only allowed me to share my expertise, but also opened up opportunities for monetization through ads, sponsored content, and affiliate marketing. Over time, I expanded my writing to include ebooks and guides, which I sold on Amazon Kindle and other platforms. Another interesting side hustle I explored was creating and selling digital products. I used my knowledge of data analysis and scientific research to develop templates, spreadsheets, and tools that could help other researchers and students. These digital products were sold on platforms like Etsy and Gumroad, providing a passive income stream. Additionally, I offered webinars and workshops on topics such as data analysis techniques, research best practices, and scientific writing, which further diversified my income. Lastly, I tapped into the power of social media and online communities. I created a YouTube channel where I shared educational videos on various scientific topics and research tips. This helped me build an audience and attract sponsorships and ad revenue, I also joined and actively participated in online forums and communities related to my field, where I could offer advice, share resources, and promote my services. By diversifying my side hustles and leveraging my expertise, I was able to significantly improve my financial situation. These side hustles not only provided additional income, but also allowed me to stay connected with my field, continue learning, and help others. The key was to identify opportunities that aligned with my skills and passions, and to remain flexible and open to new possibilities. With the extra money I was earning, I started to pay off my debts. This was a game changer for me. As my debt decreased, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders. I also started investing a portion of my income. It was scary at first, but I learned about different investment options and took calculated risks. Over time, my investments began to grow. Another important step I took was to simplify my life. I realized that having fewer possessions and focusing on the things that truly mattered to me brought more happiness and satisfaction. I decluttered my home, sold items I didn't need, and used the money to build an emergency fund. I also made a conscious effort to take care of my mental and physical health. I started exercising regularly, eating healthier, and practicing mindfulness. This not only improved my overall well-being, but also gave me the energy and focus I needed to stay on track with my financial goals. As my financial situation improved, I started setting new goals. I planned for a trip I had always dreamed of taking. I set aside money each month, and after a year of saving, I was able to travel without worrying about the cost. It was a life-changing experience that motivated me to keep pushing forward. Today, my life is completely different from what it was a few years ago. I'm not saying it was easy, but by taking small, consistent steps, I was able to turn my situation around. I now have a stable financial foundation, and I'm able to enjoy the things I love without constantly worrying about money. So, if you're feeling overwhelmed and trapped by your financial situation, remember that change is possible. Start by educating yourself, create a budget, look for ways to increase your income, and focus on paying off debt and saving. Take care of your health and set achievable goals. It might take time, but with determination and perseverance, you can turn your life around too. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope it has inspired you to take control of your finances and start living the life you've always dreamed of. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Take that step today. If you're on a similar journey, feeling the same challenges and striving for the same goals, I invite you to subscribe to Rich Roadmap. Let's ride this journey together, share our thoughts, and learn from each other.